Hey everyone, Sula here from Misty, Hilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, I'm working on a 4x5 winter-themed mini album, and I'm going to show you how I put the album base together and create my first page with a pocket. I'm using the digital version of the Scrapbook collection, The Magic of Winter by Echo Park, and this album is an accordion fold album that I created in Silhouette Studio and cut out on 2 large sheets of cardstock. So that it has the cover, which I just folded, and then there are 3 sheets that are identical, and they have score lines all the way down there. And so all I need to do is score them and fold them. Well, not score them, I need to just fold them. And I made sure I left a little bit of a gusset between the pages so that I can actually put some things in there and make the album just a little bulky. I didn't want it to go too wide, but this works just fine. I can add a few, maybe a flower here or there, and then bunches of paper. So now I'm trying to make sure that I get the folding right so that I can glue these flaps. They will be glued into one long sheet that I can then unfold and fold back together. So here I'm trying to make sure that the folding is consistent with an accordion fold throughout the entire album. So I have to pay attention to all the sides there. But now I can actually start and glue the flaps in place. And so one will go this way, and I'm going all the way to the edge, and in the end, once the papers are glued onto the page, you won't really see the flap anymore where you glue things to each other. That won't be very visible at the end when a project is done. In other albums, and this one, I have to, like, after a while, if I go back to look at it, I have to really look carefully to find where the parts are that were glued together. So here now I'm adding the third, and again I have to pay attention that everything goes continuously and works in one. You can see where it just folds back and forth each page. And so now that basically finishes the base, and then all I need to do is just glue this into my album, and I'm creating it in such a way, I'm not gluing the last page. Again, I'm leaving a flap there, so I'm trying to glue it to the score line of the binding, which I don't really need a binding here for this kind of album. So, but I'm trying to make sure that it is connected to the score line, but I'm also using one of my papers that I've already prepared to make sure that it fits in the space that it needs to go there. So that creates an additional little page, because I didn't just glue the entire back side of the page to the back part of the album there, which is the back side of the album. So now I'm going to work on the first page, and it's a pocket. And here I'm making sure, when I designed it in Silhouette, I sometimes didn't, I do try to pay attention, but sometimes it doesn't work out perfectly. I don't want the flaps to overlap behind where they're glued together. And so I make sure just to cut off a tiny snip there to make sure there will be no paper overlapping, because it just adds extra bulk to my page, which is what I do not want. So I'm keeping this very simple, just a few papers. So all of these are digital product. You can obviously get this whole collection as a physical product and work with physical products. For this size, I would recommend a 6x6 paper pad if you're working on an album like this, but I am using digital products because where I live it's difficult to get these kinds of products, so I prefer the digital ones, and they turn out great, and I enjoy just printing them. I prepare everything for print in Silhouette Studio because everything is printed in exactly the size that I need it to be in real life, and so that works fine. So I've just added a paper to the pocket part, and then instead of having a paper go all the way down to the bottom where it's going to be covered up, I decided I will skip that part and just only have a small part of the part of paper that will peek from underneath the pocket there. So then I'm adding all these embellishments. I created, some of them are just die cut pieces, some of them are from the embellishment part of the collection that I just printed again, resized them in the size that I wanted them for my album, and then printed them. There is also the little snowman there. They come from a stamp and die cut collection that I have for winter themed, and they're super cute. I just watercolored them with some watercolor pencil, and then I have added some tags, or I'm adding tags. Well, there's these journal cards that they're just a size that I wanted them to be. I'm not even sure, they might be just 2 by 2 or so inches. And then I have these journal cards. I will just add a string to it, so I will have to put a hole through it. So here I have finished it all, and I'm leaving you with some more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.